श्रीभगवानुवाच संन्यासः कर्मयोगश्च निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते.
Chapter 5, Shloka 2. The Blessed Lord said, renunciation of works and the yoga of works both bring about the soul's salvation. But out of the two, the yoga of works is distinguished above renunciation of works. Thousands of years since India has been the land of spirituality, till date, the ultimate aim of the spiritual path is considered liberation, is considered renunciation of works. Liberation, in its true sense, is liberation from the automated, limited workings of the lower nature. However, it has been understood as liberation from life and its possibilities itself. Leaving the world, leaving family, leaving life, leaving the earth as it is, in the pursuit of a spiritual truth, and liberation and enlightenment is till date considered as the ultimate aim of the spiritual path. And here is Sri Krishna, in as many words, very clearly and unambiguously, saying it out loud, that out of the two, while both are respected pathways to the divine, and both lead to the soul's salvation, out of the two, the yoga of works is clearly and unambiguously distinguished above. This is a very important statement, very, very important even till date. For even till date, we're quite confused about what is the ultimate aim of the spiritual path. Who are we as human beings? Why have we come here upon earth? Have we come here upon earth just to exit? To find one's communion with the divine, to find one's enlightenment and leave, never to come back here on earth? Why did God create earth in the first place? Why did the Creator create the creation in the first place? Have I come here upon earth only because of karma and suffering? Or is there a reason, is there a purpose why I am here upon earth? Is it sufficient? Is it enough to say Prakriti is inferior to Purusha and thus we must get out of the realm of Prakriti and attain to Purusha? Why is this life created on earth? Even as there may be darkness here, even as there may be suffering here, even as there may be illusion and ignorance here, it cannot just be that this entire creation has been created without any purpose. It cannot be that you and I have come here on earth just to find ourselves liberated from its lower habitual workings. There must be a reason, there must be a purpose for why we are here on earth. And it is for this reason, it is for this purpose that yoga of works is distinguished above renunciation of works. Because earth is meant to be created in the image of the divine. Because there is a divine will at work which is trying to create in earth a fairer, nobler, more beautiful world, a more spiritual world, a diviner world, a more beautiful, a physically more beautiful world, a psychologically more beautiful world, interpersonally more beautiful world. The divine will, the divine Shakti, the divine power, the creative power at work has concentrated all of its force to create in this creation, a creation in the very image of the Creator. And work is a pathway, a gateway to take baby steps towards manifesting that soul consciousness, the divine consciousness, here into very matter, into the very material body of the earth. And it is in this very process that one finds one's own salvation. Otherwise, through renunciation of works also, one finds one's own salvation, but leaving the creation, leaving the earth as it is behind. So yes, renunciation of works can also be a pathway towards the soul's salvation, towards liberation, towards enlightenment. But yoga works engaging into this very world, which is such a difficult task, such a superhuman task, because this world is full of ignorance and darkness and suffering and death. So how can within this world one bring an impetus of truth? It's very difficult when all around you is falsehood to bring about light. Very, very difficult. But it's the higher of the two. Salvations. It is the higher of the two. Pathway to soul salvation. Sri Aurobindo takes this vision of Sri Krishna one step forward. Say that yes, liberation is an important part, moksha is an important part on the spiritual journey. Liberating oneself from the automated habitual workings of the outer material surface nature. Very important. But ultimately, one has come here not just to liberate, but to transform. Transform the very content and the nature of the human thought, of the human feeling, of the human impetus, of the human impulse, of the human sensation, of the very human body. Man is a transitional being. A new species ought to be born on earth. And the substance of our very being has to transform and change for a Gnostic being, a being of the future, to take birth on earth. The being of the future very spontaneously expresses the divine, and very spontaneously, through its speech, through its action, through its word, through its way of being, creates the divine life here on earth. The earth is a very, very special place on which the divine has concentrated its force for manifestation into the very material, concrete world, so that the divinity that we experience in the chamber of our hearts when we go deep into meditation, that same divinity become very tangible, physically visible in the concrete material world, visible into our own body, visible into our own thoughts, visible into our own words, visible into our own relationships, visible collectively into the way a society is formed. A society which is usually based on competition and strife and fighting, to a society, a new society with a new consciousness that is based on brotherhood and collaboration. So, this is a very, very important shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Share with us what moved you, touched you in this video, and I shall see you in the next one. I hope you found the video to be useful. If you would like to continue your journey with us, if you would like to help us support you in your journey, click on the link below and join us for a 2.5-hour signature masterclass called the Awakening Karmayogi workshop, where we run you through the fundamental stages of awakening to become a Karmayogi, to be peaceful inside and successful outside. We talk about Swabhava, our true nature, and Swadharma, our soul's purpose, which are the building blocks of a life affirming, not a life negating spirituality. So if you found this video to be useful, click on the link below and I shall see you at the workshop.